Year two. What's your biggest takeaways of last year? What are you looking to apply this season?
Last year, I feel like we didn't give it all we had. I feel like we left a lot out there on the field that we're ready to, change this year. I feel like the defense, I feel like we're more connected, more of a brotherhood now, more than last year. I feel like outside football, we're just hanging out with each other more, just doing the little things to build each other's trust.
What's it been like having Ray Sean in the room?
Yeah, that's my dog. When he first came in, we connected pretty easily, just having the, what can I say? Feel me, the same, strengths, same weaknesses. We could just help each other, make each other better, build off those weaknesses, seeing what we could fix, and, this is going to help us come more together.
Kind of about the first day of fall camp, Ray mentioned you very quickly about kind of the work you did in the offseason, adding on weight and stuff. I'm curious, what were your kind of target goals that you were wanting to get to coming into fall, and how do you feel like it's translated?
Yeah, for sure. Putting on weight was the main thing. Playing last year at, I was around like 210, 215. I feel like I wasn't heavy enough. I didn't feel like, that backer. I feel like I was just out there just playing, putting on that weight, build a little bit more confidence in me. I could go out there, knock a person back, feel me, without worrying, going in, making that contact without having no worries, feel me, knowing I'm gonna get it done.
Mm-hmm. What are you kind of at now? Like 225,
233.
Gotcha.
So put on a lot of weight, just been eating, taking the weight room stuff seriously, putting on heavy weight, that's how I got there.
What was the meal plan? Just chicken and rice?
Before that, I wasn't eating like that. I would just eat like, the basic meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. In between those breaks, your weight could tend to drop. So, just sneaking and snacking, getting a protein shake in, bag some snacks or something, that really helped me a lot.
How has it been having Trent take over the linebacker room? What do you see?
It's been good for sure. We had Coop last year. Coop was a good coach. He broke things down just little by little, Bray's more detailed in his work. He played the position, so he's able to help us recognize different formations and stuff like that. So, having him as a backer coach is really going to, I can take it to the chin, it's really going to help me get to the next level.
Guys have talked about how maybe the keys are even faster and wanting to speed up that decision-making process. Do you see that?
Yeah, I see a little bit, just having Bray as an LB coach, when I'm out there, it just slows everything down. I'm able to see all the formations. I'm able to notice, basically predict what they might run a certain play. Last year, I was clueless to that. I was just out there, reading my keys, doing my job. But having Coach Bray as a position coach really helped a lot.
What do you think kind of switched that for you this offseason?
Probably just saying, getting in the film room with Coach Bray during the offseason, him just breaking down everything detail by detail, just helping me, become a better backer. And when I get out there, just playing fast, playing physical, and just doing my job.
Any story behind the number change, or just one with the single digit?
Yeah, I wore 55 last year, but in high school, before I transferred my senior year to Central Catholic, I had wore number 7. And the year before that, my sophomore year, I wore number 7. So I feel like number 7, it carries a lot of weight. This is a number I really peaked at. School started seeing me when I was wearing number 7. So, I decided just go back to it, go back to the old roots. For sure.
When you guys practice inside of the game stadium as compared to the practice field, does that bring any extra level of energy for you guys? Kind of like game stadium means game speed?
Yeah, for sure. Practice field, we always have higher energy no matter what field we're playing on. That's just the standard. But yeah, for sure, I feel a different kind of feel for me. Just just admiring the stadium, the big stadium. Just imagining what it'd be like when thousands of people is in the stadium watching us. So I really don't try to think about it too much. Just focusing on my job, the little things, and that's it.
You guys are playing an independent schedule this year.
Yeah.
Before the Pac-12 gets back together next year.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that schedule?
We got a good schedule ahead of us. Cal first game, they're a good team, but we're ready for them. We really don't try to worry not too much about the schedule. We don't really matter. It doesn't really matter who we play. We just go out there, play football how we know how it to be played, and execute.
When you do see teams like Big 12 teams, ACC teams on the schedule, is that something you look forward to?
Yeah, I look forward to those big games. Just playing different conferences, seeing how they operate. You feel me? You know, that doesn't change us though. We just still continue to play Beaver football, play fast, physical, and, you know, go out there and show them that we're capable of playing against those, you know, other conferences and stuff like that.
We guys race on the same thing, but what's your favorite part about playing linebacker?
I heard him say stopping the run, but I'd just say hitting people in general. You know, I like contact. I would just say that.
What are you looking most to kind of grow and add to the arsenal this year?
I still got a lot of work. I got a lot of stuff to work on, but I'll probably just say my eyes. You know, sometimes I'd be too focused on, you know, just myself and not everything that's going on around me. So, you know, just improving that is really going to help me improve my backer abilities.